Hey everybody, my name is ETOH. I'm with Dignitas and I am joined by Final Blossom, one of the teams competing in the Verizon VCT Game Changers presented by Dignitas. Currently we have two members from the team currently in the interview, that being Blush and LEMONOREO. But, you know, obviously we don't have everybody, so I think it's also kind of important that you introduce each other here. It's kind of a fun way to do some introductions. So I guess without further ado, Blush, do you want to go ahead and introduce us
Yeah,
to
of course.
Lemonoria? Just kind of tell us what they're like.
Well, Lemon is Meg, and she is our IGL. We're a very newly formed roster, so we're still figuring out our chemistry and everything, but Meg has taken that role of IGL, and it's really helpful, obviously, because that is a very tough role, giving calls to all your teammates, but Meg is awesome, and she is our Sova.
Awesome, IGLing from the Sova. I like it. Lemonorio, can you go ahead and introduce us to
This
Blush?
is Blush, aka M. She's our smokes. She's honestly great. The first time I saw her playing, it was like she can aim. She can aim. She has like the big brains, galaxy brain. She has two cats, I think was two,
Yeah.
and they're really cute. I just get distracted all the time. But yeah, she's great.
Interrupting me.
Yeah.
All the
Something
time.
I'm used to. Cats can be crazy.
Mhm.
Well, either one of you can chime in, but I want to know about the other teammates.
Marina is she's actually the ringleader of our team, so to speak. She is the one who formed
Yeah.
everything. I think she was on a team prior, and she just wanted to create a project roster herself. So she set up everything. She's been the one who set up the interviews here. She really handles like most of the operations, and I want to say she's the youngest one on the team. So good for her for having the drive to do all of
Wow.
that, because it is a lot of work. Um, she's our Sentinel player, so she also, I mean, we sort of changed depending on the map. She can play Smokes or Senti. So me and her swap sort of our roles depending on the map. But yeah, she's typically a Senti player, and she sort of is the, I would say, the glue to the team so far.
The
Yeah.
ringleader, the
Yeah.
glue, does it all basically.
Jen and Haley are entries. I would say Jen is the one that comes forward most of the time. Haley's a little shy. She's quiet, but she is actually cracked at the game. I think if we get more of her confidence up, we're gonna be golden. Jen is just, her comms are great. I think they really work well together as duelists, and it's really easy for me to IGL for them.
How did you get involved with this team? And I guess as a more broad statement, how did you get involved playing competitive Valorant?
I think I've played a lot of CS when I was younger, so I
Mhm.
think I came to Valorant to like experiment, but I ended up getting like higher than
Yeah.
I would expect to be. So yeah, I met
Uh-huh.
Marina in like a comp game, and she just DM'd me one day, and she was like, "Do you want to try out for a team?" And there was like
Wow.
10 other trials, including Blush, and we did a couple trial scrims, and then everything was figured out from there.
How much have you been practicing as a squad? Because, there are some pickup teams in this tournament who sometimes just only play matches, but you all seem like you're a well-oiled machine, excuse me. You have that chemistry, you scrim a lot together, but what has prep been like for this tournament?
We obviously go over like stuff with the team, and then we'll have 3 scrim blocks, which are typically like 3 hours. So it's a long day, especially like
Wow.
Meg has school, I work full time, so it's a lot, but we manage, because I know we all have probably the same drive to want to like make something out of a Valorant career.
It's just kind of wild how you have that much of a drive, and I think that's amazing. Shifting kind of into this tournament coming up, the VCT Game Changers, what are your expectations heading into it? Do you want to make a certain placement? Do you want to make it to the main events? Is it something maybe a little bit more vague?
The goal is to play in the main event. But yeah, I think we're all aiming towards top 8, which again is just main event. So we want to be with the names that you're going to see, like C9 White, Built Butter, MILFs, people like that. Like, we want to go up against the best. So I know we're going to play against really good teams in the qualifier, but I think we're a good enough team to make top 8.
What teams are you looking forward to playing in the qualifier? Because all the big names are going to be there. Which ones stand out to you as like a rival, maybe? I guess first starting with you,
I
Lemonoreo.
think we've scrimmed MILFs as our first ever scrim together as a team, and yeah,
What?
we actually
Wow.
didn't do bad. We won one, we lost one, and that really showed us that potential that was there, and I think we can really get somewhere if we could do that, we can do more.
I'm looking forward to playing against Built Butter. I obviously have teamed with a few of the ladies on that team, so coming back and sort of playing against them, because we haven't been able to scrim them thus far, will really show, like, you know, there could be a little friendly rivalry. Obviously, they're all wonderful
Yeah.
ladies, so I just like to play against them, I guess.
Come on, that's not a catchy enough headline. You have to be like, I want to get revenge on Flowerful for only placing fifth.
No.
No, but I love it. I want to kind of now look till after the tournament. You have been pretty open so far with you really want to make something out of a Valorant career here. You know, I think regardless of placement, is this team going to be sticking together after the fact?
We're still a very new team. I don't think one tournament's going to make or break something, especially since we're so recently formed. There's still a lot to learn. Like, teams scrim months ahead of these tournaments, which some of these teams have been together for a very long time. So even if we don't make top 8 in this tournament, there's still plenty of other tournaments to play in to get footing within Valorant. And Riot has done a really, really awesome job at providing a very nice women's scene, which is refreshing because other esports don't necessarily have these very inviting scenes where women are sort of enabled to play without having the toxic environment involved. So
it's night and day over basically every other community that I've seen. It's wonderful. You know, this is a team that seems very motivated and has high expectations for the upcoming Verizon VCT Game Changers. I want to see, you know, do you have any other advice for maybe up-and-coming women's teams or those women out there who are watching this who are looking for some sort of inspiration to get into the scene?
All I can really say is don't let anything bring you down, right? I think a lot of females that do play in Valorant, sometimes in comp it can get pretty toxic, and especially like with like other good players or like even some pros, like they will still bash you. Like it's not like friendly sometimes, and honestly I've thought about giving up like so many times, and since I found like a team that I can really work with, I think it's just brought my like motivation up so much, you know, like I can finally feel like we can do something out of this, can make something. Good mental is the most important thing that will drive your force to go forward in Valorant.
I love it. Blush, do you have any sage wisdom?
I mean, I would definitely agree with what Meg said. Don't let anything bring you down. Most of the time in ranked, it's what I say is just men with fragile egos. So, you know, they might say things, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. You're doing what you need to do. You're practicing. You're putting yourself out there. No matter what esport you play, comms can always be like an issue, but as long as you don't let them bring you down and you keep your gameplay the same, you should be fine. And like I said, there's been the women's scene in Valorant is just amazing. If you're looking for people to play with, you can always join like the Galorant's Discord. They have all sorts of walks of life, from, you know, the very lowest ranks to the highest ranks. So you'll always find somebody to play with. So even if you don't want to queue alone, I'm sure there's wonderful ladies that will like help you out. If you want to learn things, there's all sorts of like info that they provide to you. I used to be part of like their teaching program. I'd spend some time teaching other ladies that were not higher ranked how to sort of play certain situations and stuff like that, because it's all about practicing. So But yeah, I would just say just don't let anything discourage you. If you're putting in the time in, you will definitely see improvement.
I love that. Thank you so much. That's all the questions that I have, but I also wanted to kind of give you an opportunity if you have any shout outs to family, pets, I don't know, fish. You know, do you have like a
I
pet
do
fish or
have
something that
pet
you want to
fish,
shout
but
out?
I don't know if I want to shout
What?
them out.
See, I told you, shout them out. They deserve it.
They're a pain in the butt. And never ever buy fish, okay? I did this as a quarantine purchase. I would never recommend it ever again.
Hey, this is soapboxing, not a shout out. No, but
Don't buy
hey,
fish
screw
when
it,
you're
that
bored.
counts.
I'm gonna steal your fish.
Actually, here's some words of
Oh,
wisdom.
yeah, other
Follow the
teams.
cabbage.
Follow the cabbage.
Yep.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you all so much, Final Blossom, for joining me for this interview. And I can't wait to see what you all do in the Verizon VCT Game Changers presented by Dignitas. And yeah, just it's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
Thank
can't
you.
wait.